Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in for this quick in-house one-on-one session. We're just going to be answering very direct questions that have to do with or has to do with the work that we do with teenagers. But I want to start off with the question that one of the teen mentors asked about how she planned the Valentine's Day, event, and the parent, a teenager went, reported speech, to their parents, and then the parents took it the other angle, and then of course she's discouraged. I like the way, everybody was encouraging her and all that. But aside that, I want to also mention that as teen mentors, when the Bible says you need to be wise gentle as a dove, wise like a serpent. We need to understand what we're dealing with. In fact, I remembered when, excuse me, when my church, there was a particular Valentine's Day that fell on a Sunday, and some teachers, the leadership then wanted to celebrate Valentine, and a particular teacher was saying, no, Valentine is for couples. I don't accept. I don't agree. It was such a huge fight. However, there were more people for the event than against. So, of course, it held. We need to understand our environment. It's what we call cultural intelligence. Cultural intelligence is not only a location. Cultural intelligence can also play out in your ministries. The first thing I wanted to say, and of course, I couldn't say it on the group because I didn't want to sound, unempathic. Why is celebrating? I mean, this is somebody else, the church, unless you're a Mama G.O. here, your church is not your own. Your church has, its rules, its regulations, has its system, has its culture, has the way they do their things. You can't just come and impose some things on them. That's why in my church, we do a lot of proposals, so that if it is accepted by the church, you can defend it anywhere, even in front of parents. But to just go off on your own because of the beautiful ideas that you have, get ready to be hit back to back. Now, I'm going to give an example. I run the Teens Mentoring Bootcamp, and I know that the whole world is probably watching me. I got the permission of my pastor, the blessing, not permission now, because God gave me that assignment. I went to my pastor, I shared the vision with him. He blessed me, prayed for me, and sent me up. But you won't believe that I don't put the adverts for bootcamp on my church platform. I don't put it, I don't. So boundaries, understanding boundaries is a huge part of cultural intelligence. You need to understand that because it is anointed. Of course, the program is very powerful, but that does not mean I should come and, try to rub it on another platform. So we need to start understanding things, and that is why I'm always encouraging and pushing us to set up our own ministries, no matter how small. You see that thing she did now that discouraged that if she did it in her own club, even if there were 10 people, it will make more impact. Because now you're discouraged. Now you don't feel like bringing up more things into the, the ministry to teach church. It's like a setback. It's like shooting yourself on the foot. So I just want to encourage us. This is not the first time I'm hearing a question like that. Many times, teen mentors will come and be complaining. I brought up a new idea. They don't want to accept it in church. I tried this one. They don't want to accept it in church. They can't accept it in church because it might not be what the church wants to do at this time. You can't blame them. Go and do your own little thing. You must not always look for people's platforms. I've been there too, where you're trying to, make yourself relevant in a place because of all the ideas, all the anointing, all the grace. It's pushing you to try to make a statement. How be it? Sorry to say, it's not your platform. It is not your platform. Because if that, for example, that day, that the Valentine's Sunday, excuse me, in my teens club, we did gifts. We did gifts. In fact, I was saying we should not do. The team said they must do gifts. I said, go ahead. And they did it. Who will come and be telling me, why did you tell my child to come and do gifts? You can't tell me that, no. If you can't send a gift, it's fine. But I cut off all those. Why did she not? Why? They were the ones coming to me. And on my platform, this is how we do it. We do, every time we do teens club, we have dress code. Nobody has ever asked me any question. Try it in church. Why is it? Is that what church is all about? They will, and I don't blame them. I've understood my boundaries and I stay clear. In fact, I've done it so badly that, let me use the word bad, that people in church are now saying, it's not fair. You're not even telling us. I don't want to tell you because I don't want to cross the lines. I don't want to cross my boundaries. Please, if you care to know what I'm doing, you want to send your children to my camp, you know where to find me. You have my number. Come and find me. But I will not share my flyer in camp, my camp flyer in church. I don't do that. I don't. And aside even that, there's this thing that I'm sorry to say, because again, like I said, the whole world is watching. Sometimes the people that discourage us most are people that know us, family, friends, church members. So my not posting in church platforms or on church platforms, my not showing myself out there trying to prove it, but my constantly putting myself under quietly in church is because I don't want discouragement. See, finish. I remember the first boot camp I did. It was practically free. I was begging children to come. People were looking at me, people from church were looking at me like, this guy, what if you do it from where to where? Many of them are surprised at how far God has brought me. Some of them, like I heard recently, that some of them have no issue with me as a person. The only problem is that, is it not this Auntie Etima? Is it not this pastor's wife? That's as in this kind. Somebody said to me that she was in her office somewhere in town. They were talking about boot camp. She was screaming. She's in my unit in Teens Church. When she saw me on Sunday, she was looking at me like I was angel of light. She was like, Jesus, Auntie Etima, I was saying about your camp in my office. And then you're in this church and you're like this. I said, I'm like that, very humble. Why? See, finish. See, finish. If you check it, last year, I had people come from outside Nigeria for camp. People that know me to my bedroom say they could not bring their children for camp. And you now want me to go and put camp in church? I will not. No. So that's why I'm insisting that we push. Stop looking for another person's platform. Stop it. Stop it this minute. Please go to the comment section and write it. Stop it now. Stop looking for other people's platform. Set up your own and grow it. Set up your own and grow it. The push downs are too much. They are very discouraging, and that is why I don't carry myself. I've taken myself out of that system. Because like I always say, look, even if we have 100 boot camps, I live in Abuja, even if we have 100 boot camps in Abuja, it's not enough. That's why any of you that want to do boot camp, in every way that I can, I encourage. We cannot have enough. Do you know the number of teenagers roaming about, aimless, helpless, confused? Why should we be competing? Why should we be competing? There's no need for competition. The work is too much. It's too much. And the more we are on the field, the better. So please, I know you will put yourself out there. I know you put yourself out there. Yes, it's good. But please don't feel bad when, people discourage you, when they talk you down, when they, ask you questions you cannot answer. Just adjust yourself, readjust yourself, and move. And like I'm going to end again by saying, grow your platform. Grow your platform. No matter how small, grow it. This year, this month on Sunday, we are celebrating 5 years of Teens Club. 5 years. And that is even because I stopped. If not, it's supposed to be 10 years. If I concentrated on that club that started in my house, because this year would have been the 10th year. But I stopped, and thank God for grace, I started again. And look at how far God has brought us. So please, 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 stop trying to put yourself, stop trying to put yourself, on other people's stuff. Do your best, though. I'm not saying that in Teens Church, you now go and sit and say, let them do their thing. No, do your best, but as much as possible, respect boundaries. Okay, so any other question? Any other question? Somebody was saying that she wants to do a program for Easter and does not know how to start. When we say, I don't know how to start, I don't understand. I mean, what do you mean by you don't know? What do you mean by you don't know how to start? How to start is to start. What do you want to do, first of all? Do you want to do a program? Do you want to do a meeting? Do you want to do a hangout? One of us has said she wants to do Easter Fiesta. I was like, wow, Easter Fiesta. Tell me about it. So people want to do breakfast. You have to know what you want to do. Don't start off by saying, I don't even know where I'll start from. What do you want to do first? Get paper and pen. I was reading a book, beautiful book. That book says that Christians have a problem with thinking. Hi. When I saw the book, I was ashamed. I was ashamed for all the Christians in the world. And several years back, I used to be like that. I used to be like that. See, let me tell you where the work is, guys. The work is in the thinking. Have you thought to the extent that your head is paining you? You are just, nobody's making noise, so there's no loud music. No noise, but your head is paining you. Why? Excessive thinking. You don't understand it. Look, there was a time I had a training with one of my coaches, very high level kind of training. This guy made us create a product that can sell for 1.5 million. Do you know what it means to create a product that can sell for 1.5 million? That period, my husband saw Pepe, because I was not like I was living, but I was not living. I was like a ghost. The guy say, you will think it out. Bring it out. That, if you see me like a mad woman, thinking, the guy say, yes, that's the process. Oh, yeah, think it out. Bring it out. So it takes a lot. So when you say you want to do a program that's even free, and you can't think it out, you say you don't know how to start it. Excuse me. Can you just get up now, right now, and start the work? Amen says, I thought one day and I discovered a hunger pang. Yes, now it will be like sugar just drained from your whole body. To think is easy. Guys, sit down and think out what you want to do. Stop all this. And that person that asked that question, how that person has registered for the upcoming training? Because I still see that some of us are still in this mode of, let's just see how it goes. I don't work with those kind of people. If you know you're serious about teen mentoring, it means that you are ready to do the work. And the work starts from thinking. It starts from searching your spirit. It starts from digging out, picking cues. You might not have the picture all together. Oh, please don't get me wrong. If I ask you 10 questions about the program, you might not have it. But at least have a seed, something to even start with. It must not be too clear, too perfect. That's why I have a problem with us feeling like everything must be done, you know, excellent, excellent, excellent. What is that thing you want to do? How can you perfect it by dotting the T's, dotting the I's and crossing the T's? That is how to move. That is how to have a program. Do you know that that is why teen mentors are supposed to read books? One day I was reading a book and I saw somebody, I saw the author talk about a ball, a purity ball. That's how people get ideas. You know, say, okay, I'd like to do this purity ball, but I'd like to do my own like this. That's why teen mentors should watch good movies. You just be watching the movie, an idea will just come. So you cannot just be sitting and saying, and then you're in a platform, you're not participating, you come and greet us, see somebody saying yes, wants to attend the class, yes, saying yes on the group for class that started. How will you catch up? How will you know? How will you know what is happening? When you're always coming at the end, everything has finished. You have to be smart. Because you're meant to be a creator. As a creator, Omo, you cannot afford to carry last. Now, somebody has said Easter fiesta. Somewhere in my head, I've thought about it. Oh, wow, Easter fiesta. I'd like to know more about that. You know, and see how I can, you know, maybe tweak something like that, maybe for one of my ongoing trainings sometime in the year when I'm looking for something different to do. How about a fiesta, a holiday fiesta? Might be my own. Okay, how about an online fiesta? You know, that kind of thing. So you cannot not be around, please. You cannot not be around. You come with some ideas, then we will not help you and freshen it up. But don't come and tell us that you don't have any idea, you don't know where you start from. Biko, just shift first. Go and sit down and think. That's why I intentionally had this meeting at 9. Let us stay awake small and burn candle on top of these things matter. Sit down and crack it out. It is in your belly. The Bible says, out of your belly will you draw. Have you ever seen anybody on the phone drawing water from well? It's easy to draw water. Everything is an effort when it comes to drawing. There was a time before the year ended last year, I needed to do the girls' hub, create the girls' hub diary. It is an exclusive diary for the girls in the hub. I wanted them to use a normal diary. And then I said, no, a normal diary is not going to give me what I want. There are certain information I want these girls to have. So I needed to create it. My PA disturbed me, Mama, when is this thing? We need to print it. Well, I was just going back and forth until one Sunday morning, I just got up. I just told my husband, I said, I just feel like I feel God's presence. It's like I won't go to church today. He just told me all the best to you. I shut my phone. I shut down everything. I put on YouTube, release some Holy Ghost songs. Guys, by the time he was coming back, the girl hub diary was complete. It was complete. When I sent it to my PA, they could not believe it. They said, Mama, what happened? I said, Jesus happened to me. As in, if you know what shutting down, taking out distractions can do for you. I now found out it was a secret. Every time I need to churn out something, the next time I was doing a plan, you know, all these plans for what's it called? For Valentine. I shut down 3 hours, plan was ready. Guys, distractions can make you not to think. If you have something to do, shut down the idea. See, it is there already. It's not like you want to come and start finding it. It's already there. It's for you to draw it out. That is the issue. That's where the work is. Somebody is asking that, what do I do? How do I handle teams? Always asking for financial assistance. I mean, it's something you have to deal with, honestly speaking. I remember when I started the teens club, I didn't really have like a job like that. My business was just, so I don't even know how I coped. I think I used to even carry household money set to club those days. After After club, they will stand on one long line like this. Anti-traffic, anti-traffic. I say, Jesus. One of those days, my friends came to talk to them. And instead of us to give her an honorarium, I was collecting from her to give transport. The next week, the next month, another person came and said, Etima, this is what you are going through. Jesus. I said, that's what I'm going through. All of you should come and join me. Have you seen why I ask boldly? I don't even say, please, can you give me whatever? I just say, please, all the money in your bag, can I have it so I can give to these children? However, that was the year that I started boot camp, and I told them, all of you should come to camp. Come and learn skills. After camp, I'm not giving anybody any money again. I'm not. Of course, I still continue giving, but it was not that much. So you have to win them off. You have to gradually win them off. Encourage them to do small businesses, because if you just allow them, they will just, in fact, they will carry all their challenges and put on you. So as much as possible, do the best you can. Even this evening, we just came back from preview meeting. One of the uncles was telling me that is why he does not like going out for evangelism, because once he goes out for evangelism, he has entered, is like he has to now start being financially committed. I said, I understand. However, there's a way to do it. Me, one thing I'm very good at, and if you're close to me, you already know, I have very good social skills. So even when I don't have, Auntie, please, I need 500 naira. Auntie, 200 naira. Auntie, 500 naira. I raise money, I've settled all the teenagers. Everybody's happy. So if you don't have all the time, find a way to get people that have. What is the most important thing? The teenager gets help. On Sunday, the teenager was stranded. Because of this cash issue, I was begging, let me just transfer money to you, 1,000, just give me cash for where I started begging. I was like a mad woman in church. One man just say mad. If you see the way he gave me the bill, thank you. I was like, thank you. I cannot leave this girl stranded. So it is not every time that you have to be the one giving, but at the same time, don't over and indulge them. Teenagers can take advantage, trust me. Auntie, I don't have credit. I say, one came and told me there was one, I just remember the story. Every time this boy calls me, he's calling me for money. I'm not joking, even on my birthday. On my birthday. Happy birthday, man. Please, my friend, since morning. One day, and meanwhile, these are the first set of people that since. So I've known him. He's now in his 20s, and we are still begging every time. I gave it to him. I said, you are 22 years old. My father is 82 years old. You want money, my father wants money. Who should I attend to? I don't have trouble. I say, trek home. As you are trekking, speak in tongues. The Lord will come to your aid. I helped you. I gathered, I helped him from the teen church. He settled in with money, with business. You write everything down. You came and said you have not eaten. I said, you're not the first not to eat. You're not the first not to eat. So you have to know when to step aside and allow them struggle on their own so that they can survive. Any other question? Distraction is a very serious problem for teen mentors. Because the world is not going to stand still for you to come and do your work. Everything is going to be happening at the same time. Like I was saying to those that came earlier, my next book is supposed to be out on Easter Sunday. I have just started writing that book. So I'm even looking for opportunities to shut down, to run away, to retreat, so that I can quickly churn out this thing. Because what to write is already inside my spirit. I tell you the truth, it's already there. But how to sit, you see this chair, how to sit down on it and churn it out is where the issue is. But it's your responsibility to cut out the distractions. Nobody's going to do it for you, not even God. God is not going to come down and say everything, keep everywhere, keep silent, keep silent. My daughter wants to write book. My daughter is thinking, my son is thinking now, everybody quiet, children don't make noise, husband, wife, leave them. It's not going to happen like that. You're going to have to take it by force. And that's why the Bible says that Jesus always retreated alone early in the morning. After this class now, I'm going to continue my book writing. No sleep for me today. when I was writing Maintain Your Wife, I would stay awake all night. I'll be hearing people waking up from in the night, so that I was sitting down on this seat. I'll see them wake up. I'll be hearing my neighbors going to school. I'll still be on the chair. So it takes a lot of, and it was good for me because at night, you know, everywhere is calm. Nobody's sending you messages. You can achieve a lot. You have to use your night season. You have to use your night season. Okay. Elizabeth, my Elisha, you ready? You be very, very ready. I thought today till I got what I needed to do for my teams. You are very right. That's the truth. If you can think, you can act. If you can think, you can act. I was reading a book, and that book said that that's human beings, were made to be creatives, just like God. You know, the Bible says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, in the beginning, God created. Who are we made after? We are made after whose image? God. The ability to create. Sometimes when I see things that, you know, God has helped me to do, and I'm like, did I change? Have I become another human being? No. All these things have been inside me. And you know, those days I'll be looking. When I see people creating, you know, they'll release products, the audios, videos, books, I'll be like, hey, these people are superhuman beings. Story. They are normal human beings like you. We have that morning to activities. How do you manage sleeping at night? Honestly, it's not easy, but you know, like I always encourage myself, it's not always. Once you have a project, okay, that's when, you know, everything would be a bit, your schedule will be a bit twisted. But after some time, it's done and you move. Someone says, I'm pregnant, but my brain is working fire. Lots of things in my head for the year. So how do I manage time when I'm so tired and sleepy and I need to push it out? So when you're tired and sleepy, sleep. When you're tired and sleepy, sleep. When you wake up, maximize the little time you have. Like I said, I released a product in 2 hours. It's not in how long ago. It's not, you must not do all night like I did. That one I did, I was serving punishment of procrastination. So I had already fixed a deadline, like now it's happening to me again. I already fixed a deadline for the launch of the book. So I had to meet up. That was why. But for me, it works best because when I'm under pressure, I release, the thing comes out well. I'm not a very fast reader, but because of this book I'm writing, one of the materials I need is the 200-page book. I'm finishing it tomorrow. I started it on Saturday. I used 4 days to finish the book. This is me that will use that same book. I read it in a whole month. So you need to just understand that there is a time, if there's a project you're working on, shut down every other thing, maximize the time you have. When you're tired and sleepy as a pregnant woman, please just sleep, because if you stay awake, you're useless to yourself, to your baby, to your husband, to everybody, to even the teenagers. But you know, you just reminded me, there's one of us, Stephanie, she was at the training last year. She had just given birth. I made her maximize her nursing period, though. All the time when she was at home doing, thank you, Emmanuel. All the time when she was at home doing babysitting and all that, she used it to, right now she's doing her girl conference, she's doing her stuff, because I told her, don't even kid yourself. Now that you're at home, maximize this time. So whether you're pregnant or you're nursing, maximize that time with your program, even if it's with your thinking and your planning, it's still something. Maximize that time. Please, now, where is the best place to get counseling course? Online. Our online courses from Ali Allison Effective. I see those Ali Allison's stuff. I've never tried any of them. I went and got my certification from a proper counseling institute. I've shared it. I think about 2 or 3 of us from the group are currently going through theirs. It's not small money. Allison, them will just collect 20K, 30K. This one is big money. But you can find a way to speak to the institute we have a working relationship with them, and they can let you maybe spread your fees. But it's a professional institute. In fact, right now, they are even affiliated with the university in the US. They really help my ministry. I did professional counseling, and I did diploma in counseling. So that's where I got my certification from. After the session, you can send me a private chat and I'll send you the details. Right now, I know like 2 or 3 of us that are currently doing their programs with them. Those Allison courses are they're good. I'm sure they will be good, but I don't know. I think they are too short. For me, they are too short. Counseling is a big deal. Counseling is a big deal. So anything that is less than 3 months, 6 months, for me, I feel like it's not, too deep. But no knowledge is wasted. No knowledge is wasted. So you can consider. But if you really want to go into, so like for those of us that have done professional counseling, we can now start taking the Allison courses. You understand? Because we have the basis. So I want to do a refresher. I just go to Allison, do one course, 15K, just to top up and all that. Yes, professional counseling. Okay, that's fine. You know why I encourage us to do professional counseling or professional life coaching? That's the only way you can, that's one of the only ways you can earn big money. That's the only way, because people are going to pay you for, something that is tangible. Since mentoring, unless you're able to bring out programs and products, people are not going to understand, why do I have to pay 200,000, for you to mentor my child? They don't really get it. But once it's therapy, yes, psychology is another good thing. If you're able to go and do psychology, that's fine. So that means you can now do therapy. You're now talking about being a real professional. That way, you'll be helping, you'll be helping yourself go very, very far. So that was what I did. That was what I did. Of course, you know me, I'm a learner. I've done all sorts of coaching, mentoring, counseling. It's psychology that is left, and I'm already on it. I'm already on it because I noticed that even with counseling, after some time, you will even notice that people, you see where the problem is. People don't want to pay for prevention. They want to pay for cure. It's when there's problem, they want cure. That's when they come and pay big money. Prevention, you cannot collect too big money for prevention. They don't understand why, because they have not yet seen the problem. But when there's a problem, that is when you will see that here it's not a walk in the park. People are ready to pay. If you're a psychologist, I'm sure you agree with me, people can pay anything to. Psychologists charge 50K a session, and sometimes you need 5 sessions, 250K needs 5 days or 5 weeks. Meanwhile, I'll be doing mentoring from January to December. How be it? Mentoring is also good because it's long-term. So you cannot do therapy forever and ever. So you see, when I'm seeing people pay 20K and do up your team mentoring game, you're doing like this, I'm just watching you. The next year, there's no way that this course will not be 50K. It's not going to happen. Instead, let me have 10 people that are serious. I'm saying it ahead of time now. You need all these things. You need mentoring, you need coaching, you need counseling, you need therapy, everything join. I want to even go and do a course on psychotherapy. I want to go and do a course on NLP. Everything that will help my work, I will go and do course. So that when I'm charging, nobody come and tell me, Aunt Etima, it's too much. When you tell me it's too much, anyway, I don't even respond to that. It's too much again. Because you cannot tell me that my time, my investment in myself, and all that is what. So if you are not investing in yourself, I'm not to be blamed for that. And that's why it's very hard for some of us to charge things because we're not paying for things. I shared with you guys how my best friend made me pay her to come for our sessions, made me pay her for our products. She said, because if I don't do it to you, you cannot move. And you know that, see the ripple effect. If I don't charge people for things, I will not make any extra efforts. That's the truth. I remember those days when I was having club in my house. I'll just sleep like this. After church, I'm so tired. 3 services, my voice has gone. The teenagers will now come. They'll be shouting from the parlor. They say, "My come out, you know, you said we must have club today." I'll just get up. What are we going to talk about today? Oh? What are we going to talk about today? Oh? Yes. Tomorrow is Women's Day. Let us talk about girls and the bad things that girls do. I'll just appear like that. I don't understand. I can't try that now. The girls hub, they have paid me registered fee. They have paid me money in January. The money itself, I'm sure is almost finished. But I'm owing them service. If you see the way I prepare for girls hub, small girls, so if you see the way I prepare as if I'm going to go and talk to United Nations children around the world. You'll be wondering, is it only for the children? I do slide. I'm so serious. Over serious. All those days of, hey, who are those around? Okay. Let's talk about it. All those days are past. Once people pay you, you sit up. That is why you should pay people. Because when you pay people, that your money, there was a particular training I did, I paid 150K for just like how many days? Because I've grown and I realized that I should not be complaining for money. I didn't even really have the money complete at that time. I had to just, of course, my skills now. I cornered the coach at the back. Scope the coach. The coach now said, okay, do it. I'll allow you do this. I entered the class. What I got out of that class, anytime I see that coach, Kai, I respect that guy very well because it wasn't just about the training. It's not about what they taught us, everything they slide. It was the shift in my mind. It was the shift. My coaching and mentoring entered another level. 150K in the middle of the year, I'll be almost end of the year for looking for money. In fact, I just finished camp. Then no money. I was just broke left, right, center. I told myself I need this thing because I needed to cross that level of 2,000, 5,000, 2,000, 5,000. Yes, sir. You need to go pro. See, that's how to go pro. You go pro by pushing. You don't go pro by chilling. You just this kind. What's going on there? Let's just see how it goes. That's why anybody doing. Let's see how it goes. I leave you and I move. I needed to cross that bar. I say it was middle of the night. I had to reach out to my friend. Please, I need 150K. Just help me. Let me pay for it. Because the guy gave me a deadline. If you can't meet up by this time at the team, I've tried, I collected that money. I pushed. Guys, after that was the coaching program I mentioned that they made me think until I started having a deck. That was when I knew that thinking is like running marathon. It's like running. It's like climbing mountain. I thought, this guy said, my friend, will you think? My friend, will you think? It's inside you, bring it out. I say, sir, I've been thinking since for the past 2 days. One day, my husband heard me and the coach dragged him. He was just laughing. He said, I can see that you have entered one chance. I said, I've entered, sir. But I look back and I'm so grateful. Honestly speaking, it was after his program that if somebody says, Etima, can you do this thing for me? And I send you my bill and you say it's too much. I want no apology, no sorry, nothing. I just move on and go and write my book that I'm writing, JJ. It's not like I don't have work. That was when I started valuing my time because in that class, they taught us about time. The guy said, when he heard that I did something for teen mentors for 20,000, if he hears I'm doing this program, he will not let me. He'll say, for what? You don't have work? Madam, you don't have work, because he has heard my vision. He has seen the work I do. He say, you don't have work. My friend, shut down that class. He will tell me to shut down this class. I'm not joking. He believes in do it for 10 people, 500K. That's what he believes in. But because teen mentoring is like, is like, you know, my heart just goes out to both teenagers and teen mentors. That's why I am like pushing. But I don't know for how long I can push. I don't know for how long I can push people that are not ready. If somebody is trying to push you, you need to be ready to be pushed. You can't keep saying, oh, that's right. Guys, let's just try you. Let's just try, because if we continue on this mountain, trust me, it's not a cost. The year will end and you'll be looking back like, what did I achieve now? What did I achieve? I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of the year has ended. I can't even see what I did. You know that feeling, right? Everything that you wanted to do is inside your book. Nothing happened. Not one happened. Not one happened. So please, I want to just encourage us. That was why, you know, I had to put an end to somebody who just come on the group. Oh, please, this person said this. Oh, please, what should I do? That's not why we are there. We are there to challenge ourselves, to push ourselves, to move. So I want to be seen or saying, look, I have this program, and I did this, I did that, it didn't work. That's what I want to be hearing. I don't just want to be hearing, see what happened. Oh, the teenager that came and was not crying throughout the night. Ma, what should I do? I don't have that kind of time. What should you do? You should know what to do, ma. You should know what to do, sir. Let us talk about tough stuff. Somebody is asking, is it possible to combine teen mentorship and kids mentorship too? Yes, so it depends on the age. You know that these are two different age groups. If you have the capacity, you have the people, yes, but you know that you cannot mentor children and teens in the same place. You need to separate them. So find a way that works. But if you ask me, I'll say start with one and grow into the other. I started with teens. The first camp, in fact, the teens mentoring book camp is called teens. It's teens that I deal with though. But along the way, I now found myself getting into preteens, getting into the younger, because, you know, they were the ones that I had mostly coming around me. And I thought about it. I said, oh, it's better to catch them young, okay, than when they're old. So, but I still don't do children. Like, you can't catch me doing 5 years. Even the 7 to 9 I'm doing in the girls' hall, I used to pray before I go to their class, because I don't have that so much patience for 7 years. I used to tell their parents, sit beside them. The last time I had a class, they were drawing on my screen. I went gagas. I'm like, how dare you? Who is this? If it was a teenager, I don't know how to handle them, but a child, I don't have patience. So you can try. Start with one. Another one is saying very close. Teen mentorship and married mentorship. Again, start with one. Married mentorship is something that I think that I perceive I'm going to do in my 50s and in my 60s. I feel like I just have this feeling like that's where I'm going to end, because it's an area of interest. However, there are two different things, two different aspects that need so much commitment and dedication that we need to be very careful about. Guys, if you're not yet John Maxwell, it's difficult for you to spread out too much. It's difficult. So as a counselor, I can do marriage counseling, because in counseling, you'll be taught how to do general counseling, children counseling, teens counseling, marriage counseling, faith-based counseling, career counseling. There are about 7 of them. You'll be taught all that. As a counselor, if they come to you, you can do it. But do you want to be known as a marriage counselor, as a teen mentor, as a parent coach, as life coach, academic coach? Is difficult, especially if you're just starting. However, you can grow into it. Don't be in a hurry. That's all I'll say. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be a master of all trades and a jack of all trades and master of none. Excuse me. Make sure you are known for something. If they call team mentors, bah, you will hear my name. It's not like that's the only thing I do. It's not like that's the only thing I do. There's so many other things I can do. I'm sure I can do very well with singles. Singles and married. As a teenager, I was Pastor Bimbo's mentee. Like, seriously, I followed that woman, but her spirit still lives inside me. I know I'm going to do singles and married one day, but not yet. I read something from Choma, and I'm going to end with this. She said, I am not a fool who executes all his ideas. So she made a post, Choma Izzy. She made a post about a particular thing. And then somebody now said, because she's like a business coach, accounting coach, somebody now said, why don't you start it as a business? And she gave that response and it hit me. It's only a fool that executes all his ideas, everything, and executes all at once. I picked that thing. Just this morning, I saw that post. I said, it's so true. You do this, at the beginning stage, now, you grow into those things. You grow into those things. A time will come when you will see the need to expand to those things. And then you just naturally glide. Sometimes you might need to set up the company, maybe with your spouse. Sometimes you need to set it up with your children. Sometimes you need to set it up with somebody else. Sometimes you need to be an arm of your current business. With time, the picture will become clearer. The Bible says we understand in parts. We understand in parts. Everything does not need to come up all clear now. Take it easy. Become very strong at one. Okay, I have many Pastor Bimbo's fans. Honestly speaking, I was a teenager, but man, I felt like I was carrying a part of her in me. Beautiful woman, such impact. You see what we're talking about? Pastor Bimbo died 18 years ago. She died the year I got married. But look at her impact. Somebody that has died 18 years ago. And then you're telling me that all of us should come and be sitting down, be talking about what is happening and what is not happening. We need to go out there and do stuff. We need to go out there and speak. We need to go out there and impact. That is why we are here. To make a mark, to make a difference. That somebody will not forget you. That's impact. It's one of the things we are going to talk about at the forthcoming trainings. Making impact as a life goal. As in forever and ever, you are making impact. In life and in death, you are making impact. You are dead and gone. Pastor Bimbo is 18 years on the 10th of December this year. I know the day she died. 10th December 2005. She's going to be 18 years dead and gone. And somebody is still watching her video on YouTube. And you are here telling me that we should be talking about what one daddy said, what one mommy said, and what. There's no time for that. People are still reading her books. Where are your books? Help me answer where your books are in the comment section, please. Where are your YouTube channels? You have entered one chance now, yeah? Answer question. Where are your own, somebody that has died? We are still watching our YouTube channel. Where you that you're living, where's your own? Where it's in the womb, bring it out. It's betting, deliver it. It's okay. We don't want overgrown baby. We don't want baby that will stay inside womb 10 months, 1 year. Hello, Auntie Tony. So good to see you. Shout out to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for always being here. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. I hope somebody has been recharged. Please, if you guys don't register for this online training, in fact, if you come to my DM, I'll first check. If you are not on the group of people that have registered, I will not even answer you. Even greeting. I have emojis. That emoji that they catch move it. Now that emoji I go they look. Because what you're telling me is that you're not, all this stuff is not doing you. You're not interested. No, I don't have time. Please, if you don't register for that training, I will not answer you. Because it's just showing that all these things that we are doing is just waste of time. We just need ginger, and we're not doing anything with the ginger. You have to move. There's one of us that's paid for the class. She's the students. And then somebody will now be saying, let's see how it goes. Like, I don't have that. Ma, please, God, all those things, my God has been disturbing me. God, I've been having dream. You will keep dreaming that dream. Please, let's push. Don't stop pushing. Keep every year. Just know that in the first quarter of every year, you will register for teen mentoring class. It's your investment in your teen mentoring journey. It's one of your investment. That's not all. After this, if I see another one, I'll still tell you so that you will go. Somebody said, Etima, please push me. Oh. If I push you, be moving. Oh. Not that if I push you, you will say, I'm not moving. You have to move. Jesus told Peter, Peter said, Master, call me to come. Jesus said, come. Did he sit down in the boat? Excuse me, man's answers. Did Peter stay in the boat and be saying, Jesus, call me, I'm coming? He stepped out and walked on water. He stepped out. Please. Coach Toyin, thank you so much. This is best course for you to register for this year. Coach Toyin is a psychologist, like professional one. BSc, master, she will do PhD in psychology. She attended the class. She was there with us last year. Because aside being a psychologist, mentoring is I know it's like ministry for her. Her heart is always there for the teenager. So she's always there. Peter moved, he moved. Uncle Sunday, question time has finished. Please, how do I separate between being appointed the head in Teens Church and getting into the calling of teen mentorship? Sometimes I don't know if I should continue. My team is already warning me that I've exceeded my time. Okay, Uncle Sunday, I would get back to you on that answer. But I believe that your tenure as head should have, there should be a tenure. I believe that it should end. I'm sure there's at any time. I was coordinator in these 5 years that I've done professional teen mentoring. I've been coordinator of Teens Church, but mine was just for 2 years. So you have to find a way, sir. Because the work in church must also not suffer. So find a way. So when I'm in church, I do church work. When I close from church, I do my teen mentoring business. There's no clash of interest. Like I said at the beginning, I don't bring my teen mentoring thing to church. Never. I don't advertise any of my things on church platform. No, I just keep it strictly church and keep it strictly teen mentoring. I created the boundary. Thank you so much. Auntie Tony is advising you. Go to the comment section and see her advice. So if you want to be the best coach on your team, please register. I tell you the truth. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I've had a wonderful time this evening. Before my team gets me to pay fine. If you see this team I'm calling, they are young people, but the way they move me, God, I have to be moved before I will pay fine. It's exactly 2 minutes to 10. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you found value for this one. And we should be doing more of this late night sessions, but I will only do with people that are in that registered class. Yes, because they are the ones that are ready to walk on water. You're ready to walk on water? Please put on your mic and say good night. I'm ready to walk on water. If you're ready to walk on, please don't forget to go to the group and tell them that you're ready to walk on water. I'm bidding you to come. Come now. Come. Walk on water. I'll put me walk on water.
Yes, Mama.
Let's see how you walk on water. Let's walk. You better walk on water now.
So I better do that. Thank you so much. Good night and God bless you.
Yes, walk on water. Uncle Sunday, better. If I always should be running on water, Uncle Sunday. You'll be working for me. Auntie Folashade, you better walk on water very well. This Sunday we have meeting. Walk very well on water. I'm a water walker. That is not walk on water. Thank you so much, everybody.